Greetings folks, here we have a neat little bit of kit from FXT Technology. This is a standalone plug and play DVR recorder for recording your FPV feed. It will record in 720 by 576 for PAL, 720 by 480 for NTSC, and it records at 60 frames a second. And the other great trick is that it has an iOS and an Android app. Alright, let's check it out. So there's the little unit. Neat little box. SD card there, Wi-Fi on and off switch there. It has a belt clip there. On the bottom we have a power supply, DC 7 to 28 volts, nice wide voltage. AV in and AV out in 3.5 plugs. Alright, so let's fire it up and get it working. Oh, what else we get? We get a double-ended 3.5 Fire 4 pole plug and another AV plug with RCA connectors. So whichever connection you have, you can use. I can use this one here. So what we need is an FPV receiver. Let's plug that in. So I have a Mars Pro camera there, a Black Knight video transmitter there, and I have a video receiver here that's feeding into the DVR. Wi-Fi is turned on, so let's have a look at the app on the iPad. Alright, first thing you have to do, make sure you're on the right network. The FXT DVR network should show up. Select that for your Wi-Fi. Password is 12345678. Then we go back and open up the FXT DVR app, and then we get the live view on the screen. There's my hand there. This is a 4:3 aspect ratio camera and roughly a 4:3 aspect ratio DVR recording. It doesn't do 16:9 unfortunately. That would be a nice addition for the future. FXT, if you're thinking of doing some upgrades, a 16:9 aspect ratio would be great. Alright, so we can tap on the screen, then we get a few setup options here. SD card, we can format the SD card and work out how much is on there. The device, you can set the Wi-Fi password and name. There's the password there. You can set some recording parameters, whether it's loop recording and 1, 2, 3, right up to 10-minute loops. And then the firmware version we're on, 2.1.2.39. Alright, let's get to the good stuff now. So tap the screen and we can, there's the record button. That's recording. You can see the record icon up there. And that's showing recording on the little DVR unit. That's recording onto the SD card on the DVR unit. Let's just wave my hand there so I can find it later on. Waving up and down. And stop recording. We can also record directly onto the iPad, so that's this icon over here. That's recording on the iPad there, so stop that recording. We can do snapshots as well. Snapshot onto the iPad, snapshot onto the SD card, and we can also view them as well. So we'll view what's on the SD card. Playback. So now we're viewing what's recorded onto the unit. There's the vision. Should see my hand coming up. It includes the on-screen stuff as well, which is great. So that's the up and down hand. So that is definitely on the SD card. Very cool. Go back. Go back. Snapshot on the SD card as well. We'll preview that. That's cool. And we'll go to view what's recorded on the iPad. I'm not too sure what these two icons up here are referring to. They don't seem to show anything. Maybe that's showing what's in your photos on the iPad. I'm not too sure. So this is recorded on the iPad there. And the snapshot. There we go there. So that's recorded on the iPad or iPhone or Android, whatever you want. The files are recorded on the DVR as AVI files, and this particular flavour of AVI is not directly compatible with Apple Mac computers. It's fine with the iOS devices, but if you were to take the SD card, plug it into your Apple Mac, transfer the AVI files over, you would have to convert them to something else like MP4 using a freely available program like VLC or something like that before you could use it in an editing program or sort of view them on the computer. But the iPad gets around that little problem. If you send the files from the iPad to your computer, they're converted to MP4, so they're totally compatible. I'm sure someone's going to ask what the lag is like and can you fly FPV using the app on your iPhone or iPad? Well, no, not really. It's not designed to be used like that. There is a reasonable amount of lag. You could use it for a non-critical sort of setup where someone else is looking at the iPad while you're flying, I guess. But you wouldn't want to fly yourself using the app, I don't think. Trying a few different cameras here. This is a Foxeer Arrow 3, 4:3 aspect ratio. That's working fine. Doesn't cut anything off. And this is a Runcam Eagle, 16:9 aspect ratio. You can see it sort of squishes the image up a bit, but still showing well. And this is a Foxeer Falcor, again 16:9, so it's squishing the image up a bit. Does rotate as well for a nice big view. The DVR recording is much better than most other DVR recordings. It's sort of brighter colours and nice and sharp. So there we go, pretty nice little standalone DVR recorder. Really nice quality recordings onto SD card or onto your smart device, Android or iOS. In the future I'd like to see 16:9 aspect ratio recording as well, but I think this is the best quality DVR recording device that I've seen yet. From FXT, thanks for watching.